Hello, this is Herb Coach,
Hi, I'm Kevin Barry.
and we're with the Chicagoland Lionel Railroad Club, and we're going to be doing a product review of the Burlington Zephyr, the same one that's at the Museum of Science and Industry. Kevin, what I always liked about this Zephyr was the sleekness that it has all the way through. And what I also like is that it's at the Museum of Science and Industry.
I was always fascinated with the speed that this train was able to attain and maintain. And after it went through its major rebuild a couple of years ago, and it was mounted on the jack pad platforms, while you're actually on board, it feels like the train is underway.
Oh, at the Museum of Science and Industry.
Yes. And they have a audio animatronic donkey who recreates the donkey who was a passenger on the initial run of this train, and does a pretty fair job of explaining everything.
Kevin, what I like about this engine is I like the stacks that are in front. I like the horn. I like that light in front. I like the grill work, the engineer, the Burlington route sign, and the cowl in front. I like how the tires or the wheels and the trucks are nicely shrouded. And the Burlington, the fluting, this is very nice. This is a very nice detailed engine.
I like the attention to detail. You can see all of the workings of the mailbag catcher right there at the front of the car. And as you go down the line into the passenger section, you can actually see people seated on the train, whether they're in the coach car or in the boat-tailed observation car at the end of the train.
Lionel has done a good job in putting the controls right under this roof here. The controls show no smoke or smoke, no Odyssey or Odyssey, and then you can program and run the engine from here too, which makes it nice and convenient that you don't have to take it off the track. And you can control the sound from this pod here.
A nice detail that was an add-on to the casting is the grab arm for the mail sack and the door to pull it into the RPO car. From there, the sack was opened, processed in the railway post office car, sorted by city of destination, and ready to continue its trip when the train pulled into the station. A little further down the train, into the middle car, you have the Railway Express Agency car. Half the car is REA, half the car is passenger service. So the packages that were too big to be handled by the post office were handled by the Railway Express Agency. Everybody knows those green REA trucks. The back half of the second car is the beginning of the passenger service. If you look into the car, you can see there are figures of people in the seats. The railroad didn't make all of its money on passenger service. Matter of fact, a large portion of it came from hauling the mail and moving stock for the Railway Express Agency. But the railroads also served a vital purpose in getting people from point A to point B, because in the highlight era of the trains, many people still didn't own automobiles. If you look a little further back into the last car, you'll see not only passenger service, but in the end of the boat-tailed passenger car, you'll see the seats actually line the walls. This section could serve two purposes, that of being an observation car and that of being a lounge. Now, if there was bar service, it wouldn't be a lounge, it would be a club car.
You know, you could have a lounge in a club car, or you could have drinks no matter what you call it.
Not all trains had bars on. They had bar service on them. If you come all the way to the back of the train, there's some interesting detail cast into it as well. If you look at the very end of the train, the last section of the side, you'll see the Burlington Zephyr Herald clearly marked on an unstamped section of what would have been the fluted stainless steel siding. If you come all the way to the back of the train, just below the tail, the white tail light itself, to let another train know there was a train ahead of it, you'll see Pioneer Zephyr also painted there, as well as the red end of train markers both following the track and to either side, so if they went through a crossing, another train would know that they had cleared. This is really a beautiful train and a beautiful piece of design work.
You know, Kevin, I really agree with you. I like it. And when I saw Lionel had this one from after going to the Museum of Science and Industry for many years and then with the grandkids, I needed it. So when Lionel came out with it, I got it.
The only thing better than doing the Pioneer Zephyr experience at the Museum of Science and Industry would be having this train to run on your home layout. And I couldn't possibly imagine the joy that a child would have seeing this suddenly appear under a Christmas tree.
Holy cow. Hey, now it's time to start running this baby, this Burlington Zephyr. And we'll start with revving it up a little bit or getting some sound.
Dispatcher, my fuel's just about empty. Gonna pull? Over. Roger that. Take the green. Over. Very good. Thanks, dispatcher. Clear to pull. Out.
Yeah, that came up just by increasing the volume. Now I want to go with the Lionel sounds with aux 1. So now we're all geared for complete running of sound, but I'm going to just trigger a sound.
They're just complete, dispatcher. Am I clear to move? Over. Negative. Please hold. Over.
You know, that's just the luck that we have. We're all set to go, and they don't let us go.
That's all right. You can fall in love with the heartbeat of that diesel engine just thrumming in the background.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. What I liked is when they took the time to design this and cast it, they beveled the exhaust stacks here on the top, just like on the original. So as this train barreled down the track, the forward momentum of the train forced the diesel fumes and smoke away from the engine and away from the cars so that there was no backup. So those diesels could run at full capacity.
Now this is designed to smoke, but since I've tuned this engine up so it runs very efficiently, there is no smoke that'll come out of it. But let's see if we get the go-ahead.
Dispatcher, train's made up. Am I clear? Over. Roger that. Take the green. Over. Roger that. We got your signal. Out. Dispatcher, train is moving. Over.
Now we're backing it up a little bit so we can get some action on the headlight. And get a good run through.
And as Jackie Gleason would say, and away we go.
We're underway, dispatcher. Over. Roger that. Have a good run. Out.
By the way, Jackie Gleason had a great fear of flying and would only travel by train. He had his own rail car.
Oh, isn't that nice?
It's down in the it's down in Nashville in the Railway Museum down
You know,
there.
I like how the passengers are enjoying the ride that we have here.
It'd be hard not to have a good time riding on a train like that.
And that headlight at the end to let everybody else know they're not to be bumped into.
What do you say we jump on board and take a ride, Herb?
Dispatcher here. Go to slow speed. Over. We're at slow speed.
Well, there's a nice arm.
Oh, sorry.
Hey, they're coming through the tunnel. Oh, is that sweet? And look at how much smaller it is or lower it is than a regular heavyweight passenger car.
Oh, it was definitely way ahead of its time in design. And
Sleek and streamlined.
it was designed to cut through the air. It was definitely a marvel of design and engineering.
You know, a nice action feature that Lionel has is the emergency stop. Coming through the tunnel.
Dispatcher here, emergency stop. Yes, sir. Full stop. Emergency stop. Dispatcher, I've come to a full stop. I'll let you know when we're moving. Out.
Kevin, this is a nice train.
It's a
I recommend it.
It's a beautiful train. I'd love to add it to my collection. I'll see you at the club the next time we get together and run again. But now I've got to keep my promise to take my wife shopping.
Kevin, this is a good review. Thank you very much. Coach and Barry, over and out.